Oh, good morning and welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm hearing heavy equipment across the street and just had my internet not be happy. So we'll see how well this holds up today. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to get you started today. A thought to think, an emotion to feel, a song to sing, a dance to dance. We'll see what we come up with here. I was pretty certain that it was going to be the deck that was below this deck that called to us today, but maybe that'll be tomorrow. There was something there with that deck. But anyway, we've got the Earth Magic deck from Stephen D. Farmer. And again, I'm going to move it closer so you can see Mother Earth holding some of her beautiful creatures there. Love that image. And I also was muscle testing to see if there was, because of the card that we have for today, I was testing to see if there was something we were meant to do during our time together. And the answer was, as always, breathe. Good morning, Deb. You're the first one here today. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. So we will do some breathing, but I think we're going to put a little bit of tapping with it just on the chest points. So nice deep breath in through your nose, out through the mouth. Good morning to whomever else has popped on. Glad you're here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's Mel. Well, I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. Good morning, Cindy. Hello, hello. We're just tapping a little bit and doing some breathing. And that I'm glad you're glad reminded me of something my grandfather used to always sing when he was milking the cows, which was, I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were creeping up on me. I'm not sure what the cows thought of that, but whatever. So nice deep breath in and out. Wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Listen to the crackles in your neck, all that good stuff. I am very, very glad it is yoga day today, because everything is kind of, oh, you remember that too? Oh, awesome. Yeah, he used to sing that when he was milking cows. Very creaky today. So I think it was all of the moving of stuff around this weekend. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome, welcome. So it'd be a good thing to have yoga and get some of the kinks out. And I'm thinking, I had this thought, you're getting old when you decide that you need a pre-trip visit to the chiropractor and a post-trip visit to the chiropractor. So I'm going to schedule those today. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Glad you're here. Awesome, awesome. So again, as I'm going, if you want to breathe and just tap, feel free. I just like this spot because it's a very centering, grounding spot. All right, so Earth Magic. Oop, there we are. Stephen D. Farmer. And our card for today. What a lovely card. Before and after camping. That makes total sense to me. Especially if you're a little bit rugged and not glamping. Yes, most definitely. So our card for today is dance. Celebration. Celebration. Let's see what it says. This woman is dancing an ancient story. One that has been handed down for centuries. Good morning, Rachel. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. She's acting out this story through her movement, choreographed by the collaboration of tradition, ritual, and her own spirit. I love that idea that we are in here. We're in the dance. It's not just, here's the choreography, do it as everybody else does it. Our own individuality is going to leak into this anyway. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. And we're up to our magic number of 8 people on again today. Love it, love it, love it. All right. The dance itself sometimes becomes the story. Although unheard and unseen in this image, there are others who are singing and clapping to accompany this dancer. And it's interesting. Both my yoga person, my friend, Bobby Silverstone, and Tony Robbins have a soundtrack where there's this one song on it, a very strong beat to it, and some indigenous singing, which is just fabulous. But I hear that in my mind as I'm looking at this card, so that's pretty cool. So they're singing and clapping to accompany the dancer. It's a communal celebration focused around a story that's been handed down for many, many generations. For thousands of years, our ancestors, no matter our lineage, celebrated with ritualized storytelling that included singing and dancing. And interestingly, when you compare across cultures, there's much that's the same. We get all bent around our axle looking at what's different and fearing those differences and fighting about those differences rather than paying attention to what's similar. If you look at a Celtic song and dance compared to an African song and dance, compared to an indigenous American song and dance, you'll see lots of similarities. Lots of similarities. Let's focus on that for a while, shall we? As in this image, the dancer's movements bring the tale to kinesthetic life. The participation of the community in this heartfelt enactment helps secure the bonds of the people and connects them to their spiritual and ancestral roots. So they're not just bonding with each other over this. They're moving backward in time to the roots, but they're also moving forward in time to the future. So the song and dance connects all of it. When we celebrate anything in this way, it always touches a deep sense of love, gratitude, and appreciation. So here's the part that's speaking more directly to us. Take what you will, take what is ripe for the picking for you. The sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of spirit that is present. The quality of spirit is greater to the degree that you are fully present. Makes total sense, right? When you're distracted, when you're at something, you're not contributing your energy to that celebration. Minimal inhibitions about expressing your joy and happiness through physical movement. Now, Americans are an interesting lot. It's a very melting pot kind of a group we are. And if you look across the cultures that are represented in America, you'll see some pretty big differences in terms of how people conduct themselves with regard to showing their enthusiasm, their joy, their spirituality, all that stuff. And in fact, at some points, that leads to difficulties. If you put a group of people of German descent in a room with a group of people of Italian descent, it can look pretty interesting. The Germans are kind of more stiff, not moving, etc. Now, are there exceptions to these things? Absolutely true. But when we're looking at communication, we want to look at people's history because it may help us understand what's going on there. The Italians are usually flailing and carrying on and interrupting each other and whatever. Those of German descent would view that as disrespectful to interrupt when someone else is speaking. So when we can understand those other cultures and the ancestral influence that people are bringing to a particular conversation, that can help a great deal. Can help a great deal in terms of smoothing those connections. So focus on what you want to celebrate. Put on some music and dance, whether slow or fast. Sing a song while you do so. Make one up about what you most have to celebrate. When you look at people in certain circumstances, I'm just going to pick my yoga group. Oftentimes, on a particular morning, Bobby will say, okay, tell your story in gibberish. And everybody starts going, blah, 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 you know. And you can see the people who are more comfortable with that and the people who are less comfortable with that. It's an opportunity to free your spirit. However, some people are far less comfortable with that. So if we can nudge ourselves all in the direction of being more expressive, I think that's going to be helpful for moving us forward. So here's the last paragraph. God's wish is for everyone to enjoy their time on earth. And part of that wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your body. Whether in private with a small group of friends or a large communal gathering, let music, song, and dance be part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating. For truly, any celebration is sacred. And yes, it's all gibberish, isn't it? We give it meaning. We make it have meaning. But yes, and isn't that interesting? I love listening to other languages because there's so many unique features to a language. Is it lilting and melodic? Is it more guttural? You know, what does it sound like? That's such an interesting thing to listen to other people speak in their language. And think about how does that dovetail with English. If you listen to English in various parts of the United States and in other English-speaking countries, it's almost like a different language, isn't it? How cool is that? How cool is that? So your mission today, on a Monday no less, I just think that's so interesting, is find some dance, find some celebration, find some song in your life. Let's see what that looks like, sounds like, feels like. If you want to share where you think you might have your opportunity today for this in the feed, that would be lovely. But let's call forth ourselves into song and dance and celebration. Have an awesome Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.